Evening, folks. Welcome to another whiskey review, Irish whiskey review. But we're in the States, so we're doing American stuff this week, okay? And I know some of this stuff you can't get back home, but it's for people in the States, and lots of this stuff never gets reviewed. Never gets reviewed, other than by the people who are, well, the people who are selling it, do their tasting notes. So it never really gets reviewed. So I've picked up stuff that I've thought is interesting or a little bit different or of note. Um, Tonight, this is a slightly different one because it's got whiskey on the label, but it isn't actually a whiskey. Okay, now it's big in the States. There's loads. You can buy it back home. You can buy it in the Promised Land, same as everywhere else. Um, and it's a bit controversial at the moment because there's a lawsuit pending because someone bought this. Okay, this is Fireball. Now it says whiskey on the label. Um, So we're going to do a quick review of this. Now, this is 33% by volume, 66%, 66%, 66 proof. Um, and it's basically a mix of whiskey. It's cinnamon flavoured whiskey. What you have here is a smooth whiskey with a fiery kick of red hot cinnamon. It tastes like heaven and burns like hell. What happens next is up to you. Now, I've decided to give this a little bit of a whirl. Everybody has a little try. This is like $13 for this bottle. It's plastic, okay, with a plastic screw top. This does not bode well for the quality of this product. We've decided to forego Glencairn glasses for a shot glass. And this is a Billy the Kid shot glass, because this is kind of what this is aiming for, I think. This is not to be savoured. So, what we'll do is we pour a little shot of this. And it's coming out like treacle. Thick, viscous, syrupy. So what do we have here? Well, we know what we'll have is some form of probably some very, very cheap grain whiskey with added sugar, colour. This doesn't come from a cask. This is this is coming from the old food colouring bottles and full of flavouring and stuff. Immediately I can smell this. And it smells like, do you know the cough medicine you used to take when you were a kid? And nobody liked it. It was so artificial and horrible and awful. And they used to have to try and sweeten it to get it down, kids. And I remember being a kid and having my nose held while they shoved this down my throat. And it just. So, we have a little bit of this. God. You can see it's just clinging to the glass. It's just, you put this in your finger and rub it, and within a couple of, literally within a few minutes, your fingers are all sticky and it's just horrid. You know, yeah, that's it. My fingers, you can feel it sticking to my fingers. Is it any wonder there's a diabetes problem when people are drinking this muck? Now, we'll do your nose, we'll do your nosing. Just smells awful. Sickly. There's cinnamon there, obviously, but it smells artificially cinnamony. It's just awful. Cinnamon. I can barely speak because my teeth and my everything is just going like that. It's, oh no, please God, don't do it, Murray, don't do it. But Sláinte, cheers, bon voyage. Ugh. Ah, God. I'll just put it out there. I like cinnamon as a flavour. It's one of my favourite spices. It's very comforting, very warm, hot, and all that kind of stuff. This is vile. It's putrid. How anyone drinks this stuff is utterly beyond me. I mean, Why would you put yourself through that? I assume this goes in shots and cocktails and stuff and all of that kind of jazz. That's kind of the point of it. It's it's fiery and not in a pleasant way, like like jalapeno or something like that. It's sweet, sickeningly sweet. It's got that cinnamon bit to it. Um, it, it's just artificial in every single way. I mean, they should just dye this neon blue, because that's kind of what it's like. It's absolutely no quality. It's vile. It's awful. Um, I assume people are just buying this just to get wasted out of their face. That's essentially what this is going to be for. Either that or cleaning out the sink. This has no redeeming features. There's nothing of any quality, any class, anything about this that no redeeming feature at all. The packaging's crap. I mean, even the winos, the guys out in the street, God love them. Would they drink this? I mean, seriously? It's vile and repugnant and gets 0 out of 10. Um, Anyone who's buying this, go and have a look at yourself. I mean, there's loads of reasonably good quality. They're not brilliant, they're not fantastic, but there's reasonably decent bottles of whiskey down in the big shops over here for $20-$25. Now I know times are tight, but if times is that tight, times are that tight that for a drink and for enjoyment and having a beverage with your friends, you're turning to this stuff. You need to go and have a hard look at yourself. Do not be buying this. This is vile. Now, there's currently a court case where a lady is suing the company because there's little miniatures that you can buy at gas stations, petrol stations over here for pennies, and there's no alcohol in it. And she's suing for 5 million. I think anyone who has been forced to drink this really should get a measure of compensation because this is bloody awful, bloody awful. So 0 out of 10 for this crap. Don't buy it. Put a pound or two extra, a couple of dollars extra, and buy something of reasonable quality. I would throw this, but I would fear that it would burst and disintegrate the side of the house, something like that. So yeah, give it a skip. That's my advice to you guys. Bye.